You ever just wonder if some people are designed to exercise and you're not? Like, how are they able to do such amazing feats and look so amazing and have such ability? Why can't I? They must have a different talent, and athletes are just a different breed. They have a different genetics. This is a myth and a lie, and I'm going to show it to you today how to have an unbelievable craving to exercise, even if you never like exercise or have liked exercise in your entire life. It makes you cringe. You don't like to sweat. You don't like breathing heavy. You think you're genetically dispositioned to be overweight, fat, sick, tired, heavy, or diseased. You think that, like most people in the United States and many other countries are following our lead, you think it's normal to have high blood pressure, high blood sugar, high triglycerides, high cholesterol, high adipose tissue. We're just like high and abnormal in so many things. We think that is the new normal, and it's not. And I'm going to show you why you've been behaving this way, as in you're inactive and you're like, dude, I gotta exercise, and I'm not exercising. Or you start for New Year's and then you stop. Or you're like, I'm gonna eat so healthy, and then by the end of the day or the next day, you say it when you're going to sleep, and the next day just doesn't follow through. Or you've been to like seminars or watched them, gone through programs, read books, and it's just not sticking, and you're like, man, why isn't this working? Well, number one is you keep forgetting. We're here to forget, so it's okay. Have no judgment. Forgive yourself. Thank you for being here. You're amazing, and you are about to learn something that's going to blow your mind, change your perspective, and you're going to be able to change your state, the way you look at things, and your cravings or behaviors like that. And yeah, you may forget. Yeah, I'm going to make it simple for you to remember. You're going to think of like all of creation, right? Is a circle. That's consciousness. This is the lens in which you see everything, everywhere. One of my favorite books is Alexander and His No Good, Awful, Terrible Day. I loved it when I was a kid. I didn't understand why. He had a horrible day, woke up with gum in his hair, and then what happened next? He stepped on a toy. And then what happened next? He got in a fight. He didn't get the prize in his cereal. He's waiting for like the prize. His brother got it, and then he had like the gross cereal, the bran flakes, and didn't get the frosted flakes, and it goes on, just like the avalanche or snowball effect of a good day. And some people, you're like, wow, nothing goes wrong with this person, and I always have the worst luck. Or I'm overweight and that person is not. And that, it's not genetic. I'm not saying that there's no difference of you and like Carl Lewis. Yeah, they're genetically different and a little more dispositioned, or maybe a lot more dispositioned, to be a peak 1% athlete in performance. And they may have a easier time getting a six-pack because their six-pack shows at a higher body fat percentage, and you need a lower body fat percentage to have a six-pack. We're all come in different shapes and sizes, yet we are all born to run. Great book, by the way. We're all born to move, and we express ourselves through movement, and it actually gives us energy. It does not take away energy. So if you say, I'm saving my energy and I don't want to exercise, that's another myth and a belief that is limiting your experience and ability to express yourself in life. This is the lens in which you see everything. When someone constantly gets angry and they think that you're being, or that you're angry, someone constantly gets angry, they think that you're angry. It might be because that's the lens they're seeing through. We say that is like projecting, right? That's how we see everything, right? Because this is the lens, right, of our perception. And no one really sees things as they truly are. We see things as we are. I think we all know that to an extent, yet this is proven so much in science. Okay, so you may be saying, what in the world does this have to do with fitness, Dr. Keith? You're a doctor in nutrition and natural health, masters in nutrition. You have an exercise and health science. What does this have to do? We're not studying philosophy here, yet philosophy means the love of knowledge. I certainly love knowledge. Now, this is where everything comes into play. This is where you're going to remember everything. Is this triangle? This is the trinity of creation, right? This pyramid here, okay? Now, at the focal point, the tip is focus, right? At the focal point, the tip here, the cusp of your reality, of your consciousness, this is the cause of all effects in your life. The effect of your behavior, of you exercising, of you eating right. This is the cause of it right here. What you focus on. This is who you be, right? Who you are? No. This is who you be, right? Because it's what you believe, right? What you believe is what you be, and it's how you see things because it's what you're focusing on, what you're giving all your attention to. You don't have thoughts. A thought has you because you're giving attention to it. You have two different energies, or two wolves to feed, right? One of happiness and one of sadness, one of fear, one of love. What are you focusing on? There's a lot of in between, but it's pretty much fear or love. If you're not exercising, you're focusing on the fear and the uncomfort of exercise, or the unknown heaven that you're not going to stay in a known hell. Unknown heaven you're avoiding to stay in a known hell. So this is just something you're taught. Don't have judgment on yourself. Don't think anything is right or wrong. Let's just move forward towards our goal. What's your intention? To get healthier. That's why you click. That's why you're watching. That's why you're still watching. Subscribe if you'd like more. There's a free book underneath. A link to it at ogfit.com if you'd like more. Now, believe. This is what we believe is who we be. That's what we focus on. Either you're focusing on a problem or solution. Now, what we do is we change our posture, we smile, right? So that is what we call, the doing part is called physiology. Now, just follow me right now. I'm going to make it into a way that it's simplified and you could remember. I'm giving you context now so you could understand and process everything with knowledge and wisdom. So when you believe that exercise is awesome, for example, and it feels good, it feels like orgasmic, like Arnold Schwarzenegger said, it feels orgasmic to be in the gym. And if it feels orgasmic to be in the gym and you have that thought, that belief, and you keep on giving attention to that thought and emotionalizing it so it could crystallize into a belief, then that is what you do. That's your behavior. You're gonna stand a certain way. If I tell you you just won the lottery, you're probably, or the love of your life is right there, you're gonna like cheer up, poker up, stand a little different. Your posture will change. Your facial expressions will change. Your posture, your facial expressions, right? Posture, pardon me, it's raining. This isn't coming out so well when writing. Posture, your facial expression, right? Posture. Yeah, posture, facial expression. I'm not even writing it neat after all that. Facial expression. Your breathing. Breathe deep with me right now, like you're relaxed and you're safe. Tell your body you're safe. Tell yourself you're safe. And let yourself relax and accept this information. Let your body be limp and loose and you will receive this information more. Breathe deep. Change your tone in how you're talking to yourself mentally or out loud. You may need to get in a quiet place and put on noise canceling or go somewhere quiet to listen to this again, so that if tones and other people's posture, someone's looking at you while you're in this, is influencing you, maybe you could watch it again and smile, because what fires us together wires together, and when you smile while you're taking this information, or laugh or relax and breathe, you're much more likely to receive this information and transcend your reality to a better reality. You will feel better. You are feeling better. You feel better because this information is what we call education. The root word of education is educe, to bring out what is already there. Feel good. Feel amazing. Let go and release anything and everything that is not serving you. Focus on the solution. Change your posture to let your body be loose. Get your ears away from your shoulders. Take the wrinkles out of your forehead. Breathe deep. Change your facial expression, the smile. Breathe deep. Change your tone, the way you're talking to yourself in your head right now. Change the tone of that. And then what do we have? Okay? What do we have? And you're probably still thinking in the world of effects of like, do I get a car yet? Do I have money yet? Do I have a perfect body, my dream body? What you have is self-talk. Okay? Self-talk. Okay? So focus, physiology, and self-talk. All right? Is the be, do, have of reality creation. It's the trinity of creation. Because when you connect how you talk to yourself and your physiology, right? How you're moving, with what you're focusing on. When you connect all three of these, magic things will happen. Let me give you an example. When you connect the belief that exercise is amazing and it feels good, exercise rejuvenates me, exercise has me feel electric and powerful, exercise is easy and something I love to do because I increase my blood flow, I feel better, and I pace myself to progressively improve and feel better. I have all the time in the world to exercise because it does not take a long time to do this. What are you focusing on? How are you breathing right now? Because if you don't want to accept this and you fight it, and you focus on the problem of, oh, I have pains. You don't know my situation. My leg hurts, my back. I have a bulging disc and I was told I needed surgery. They told me that twice. I get sick all the time. I have IBS. I threw up every week when I was young for like a decade. Heart disease runs in my family. That's why I'm here. My father passed away, didn't listen to my advice, so I had to bury him. I love you. Change your focus with the trinity of creation. Focus, physiology, and your self-talk, and you will change how you see things. And when you change how you see things, you will change what you see, because your brain filters out everything with your reticular activating system called your ROS. So you could see what you believe and filter out and predict what is going to happen. This is the cause to all of your behavior. The behavior that you do every day, like active or inactive, is all based on your beliefs and who you are. And that's based on what you're focusing on. And then to assist that and instantly change, you could just change the way you're speaking. Not just what you're saying, but the tone of how you're saying it and how you're breathing, your posture. Open up your heart. If you are like this, it's going to be very challenging to change your focus. It is simple as cymatics. You're like, how is cymatics simple? What is cymatics? This guy lost his mind. Cymatics is the study of structure formed by sound. Sound creates structure. Frequency creates form. Sound creates structure. Frequency creates form. Your words create your world. So cymatics, you could see this. I'm not making this up. This is science. If you put sand or salt on any small particle, sand or salt on a board, and then, or a table, and then you put sound to it of a certain frequency, it will change the structure and change the form of the material or matter. Mind makes matter. You change what you see by changing how you look at it. And this is proven over and over again in science, in quantum physics, in neuroscience, in religion. It's been echoed throughout the beginning of time. We actually created time when someone really orated this perfectly and said, when you believe, you shall receive. For those that have, more shall be given, and for those that do not have, what the little they have will be taken away, was said about 2,025 years ago by Christ, to let you know that you must have it internally first, mentally and spiritually, before you can hold it. Because yes, we live in a physical world with our hands, but we also live in a spiritual world in our heart, and a mental world in our mind, in our head. So until you start to change things on all three planes of existence, spiritual, physical, and mental, then the change in the physical is useless, because you can't change an effect by changing an effect. You must change the cause of the effect to change the effect. Meaning, as Neville said, outer reform is useless without inner reform. Your inner world, as Felicia Rashad said, your inner world creates your outer reality. And that's been echoed throughout time immortal. Inner reality creates outer world, meaning frequency creates form. Mind makes matter. And sound shapes structure. And this is the trinity of creation, and how you will crave exercise and eating healthy. If you would like a health hypnosis transformation program that is only 11 minutes, say something in the comments of 11 minutes, and go to ogfit.com, get the free book there, or go to Facebook and friend me up or follow me and instant message me, Dr. Keith J. Lopez, on all platforms, Dr. Keith J. Lopez, and message me 11-minute hypnosis, 11-minute health hypnosis. It's going to transform your life. And right now, You're feeling that energy. Watch this again. Get that free book at ogfit.com now. You're amazing. It's your birthright to be healthy. It's your birthright to be happy. You deserve this, and it's easy. Do not believe limiting thoughts, lies that became beliefs because you bought them and now you're selling them to other people. That exercise is hard, that you are incapable, because that just means you're focusing on the wrong thing. Change the way you're moving, you're breathing. Change the way you speak. And change the way you talk, not just to others, but for the most benefit to everyone around you. Change the way you talk to yourself. I love you. I will see you soon. Subscribe, smash that subscribe, and stay blessed by the greatest. Have the best day of your life until tomorrow.